In the gripping finale of F. Marry Kill, the story delivers a twist that shocks both the audience and its characters. Just when Eva Vaughn thinks she's solved the horrifying mystery of the swipe-right killer, everything takes another dark turn, reminding viewers that evil can lurk in the most unexpected places. At first, Eva appears to have successfully ended the killer's reign of terror, but the truth turns out to be much more complicated and far more personal. What starts as a modern dating nightmare spirals into a tense thriller filled with misdirection, shocking betrayals, and an ending that leaves the door open for more chaos in Eva's life. The story kicks off in Boulder, Colorado, where a serial killer is targeting women through dating apps and leaving no trace behind. These chilling murders are committed with precision, and the police have no clues. Eva Vaughn, who's still healing after a breakup with her ex-boyfriend Jake, a cop, spends her 30th birthday with friends, trying to move on. She soon learns Jake is already engaged to another officer, pushing her to make a rash decision. She signs up for a dating app in the middle of a murder spree. Eva soon starts dating 3 different men: Kyle, an old acquaintance from school, Mitch, a bar owner, and Norman, a forensic student and security expert. Each of these men raises her suspicions in their own way. Kyle has a temper, Mitch seems too smooth, and Norman disappears suddenly, claiming a family emergency. As Eva's paranoia increases, she leans on her close group of friends, especially her sister Valerie, who's secretly doing her own investigation into the swipe-right killer. But rather than getting closer to the truth, Eva's sleuthing only leads her into more confusion. Her trust in each of the men crumbles one by one. She cuts ties with Mitch after failing to feel safe around him. Kyle seems supportive until Eva discovers through Valerie that he's married. When she confronts him, he reacts violently, confirming he isn't as safe as he appeared. But the biggest shock is still to come. The real swipe-right killer turns out to be someone Eva never suspected: her best friend and boss, Kelly. Kelly is caught trying to frame Kyle for the murders when Eva walks in on her. What follows is a chilling confession from Kelly, who finally reveals the dark origin of her actions. It started when she found out her husband was cheating. Enraged, she confronted the other woman and killed her. Initially, her plan was to frame her unfaithful husband, using his shoe as planted evidence. But instead of stopping after the first murder, Kelly continued her spree, targeting women she considered immoral, particularly those who wore pointed heels and used forms related to affairs and cheating. Kelly catfished her victims, luring them to dates and killing them. Over time, she collected the phones of these women, which Eva finds in Kelly's car after the confrontation. She had even begun planting evidence in Kyle's house to make him the fall guy. Eva only learns this after a brutal series of confrontations and close calls. One of the most chilling scenes is when Kelly stabs Kyle after he tries to attack Eva, not out of compassion, but to keep her murder plan going and redirect suspicion. Throughout the film, subtle clues hinted at Kelly's double life. Her jealousy over her friends' dating experiences, moments of emotional breakdown like vomiting at a party, and even scenes where she walks alone at night all seem random at first, but in hindsight they were the signs of her secret life as a killer. Director Laura Murphy later confirmed that the film was designed so the killer's identity wouldn't feel like it came out of nowhere if viewers rewatched it. In the final act, Kelly tries one last time to convince Eva to join her or at least stay quiet. But Eva stands her ground and the two fight. Eva ultimately kills Kelly with the heel of a stiletto, turning the killer's weapon of choice against her. As police sirens close in, Eva survives the night, and her sister Valerie reveals that she had placed a tracker on Kelly's phone, which led the authorities to their location. Valerie's detective work and Eva's bravery saved the day. After the ordeal, Eva speaks with her ex, Jake, who now realizes she was right all along. He tries to rekindle their romance, but Eva refuses, choosing instead to move forward independently. She's not the same woman who depended on others for validation or protection. She's stronger and wiser. She also begins to reconnect with Norman, who was one of the people she wrongly suspected. Even though he was hurt by her actions, Norman forgives her. He gently reminds her that evidence collected illegally often can't be used in court, but they still share a laugh and decide to start over, suggesting a possible romance ahead. The movie ends with Eva finding her calling as a crime writer and podcaster. She starts working with the hosts of Mark My Murder, the very podcast she followed during the murders. Her personal experience with the case helps her provide insight and connect with listeners on a deeper level. But just when things seem to be back on track, the mid-credits scene shakes everything up again. Eva gets a call on the podcast from an inmate at the ADX Supermax prison in Colorado. Though the caller isn't identified, Eva is certain it's Kelly. The line between closure and a new beginning is blurred. Is Kelly trying to reach out to apologize, manipulate, or just make herself known again? Is she looking to start a new game from behind bars? Or could it be someone new who was inspired by Kelly? The ambiguity leaves viewers with a sense of lingering dread and anticipation for what might come next. As for Eva's relationship with Norman, it doesn't come easy. She tracks him down to return a shoe she borrowed during her investigation. In that moment, they finally have a candid talk about everything that happened. Norman shows his disappointment, but also his understanding. He's a security tech after all, he gets paranoia. In a strange way, the serial killer drove Eva into Norman's life, forcing her to seek protection and ultimately bringing the two of them together. Their awkward but honest conversation ends with a kiss, suggesting a new beginning built on truth rather than fear. Eva's journey from a heartbroken woman to an empowered survivor is a central arc of the film. She starts out unsure and suspicious, prone to jumping to conclusions and making questionable choices. But by the end, she learns how to trust herself and others again. Her final moments with Norman show that she's not just looking for love anymore. She's looking for real, honest connection. The ending of F. Marry Kill balances closure and suspense perfectly. Kelly's death brings an end to the original swipe right killer's spree. But the haunting phone call reminds us that some evil never really goes away. Whether or not Kelly plays a role in a future installment, the impact she had on Eva's life is permanent. Eva's transformation, from a woman terrified of being targeted to someone who hunts the truth for a living, cements her as a strong, complex lead who could carry this story forward. With a twisty plot, strong performances, and a final message about self-growth, F. Marry Kill leaves its viewers satisfied yet curious. Will Eva's past come back to haunt her? Will Norman become more than just a romantic subplot? Will a new killer rise from the shadows inspired by Kelly's madness? One thing's certain. Eva is ready for whatever comes next.